Thank you so much, Mr. Reality, for hosting. And by the way, everybody, for those of you in the room and for those of you listening online, basically, Mr. Reality does have some remote viewing courses coming up. So if you are interested in remote viewing, do reach out and contact and connect with Mr. Reality. He's an excellent remote viewing instructor. Because I do get a lot of questions about, Liz, do you teach remote viewing? No, I don't. I'm not a teacher at all. Okay, so over the course of the last few days, when I was feeling slightly better, I managed to get a CTT session in with Senior Manifestor, who is determined to win, thank God, like we all are. And what we got for him, and thank you, Senor, for allowing us to talk about your sessions. What we got was he was, excuse me, a sea worm. And this was going way, 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 way back, like millions of years ago. And as a sea worm, we got that he had extremely limited consciousness, right? So apart from the emotions of I'm hungry and, I need to survive, kind of, there wasn't a lot there in terms of consciousness. So he had no understanding of who or what he was. He was just there. He had extremely limited consciousness and extremely limited brain capacity as this sea worm. And he wanted to understand so much more, but he had almost no thoughts, minimal emotions, did not really even sense danger, had a very short lifespan. And of course, being a little bitty sea worm, he got eaten. So, as we started getting into the CTT session, we got like he was very angry at being so limited. He had very mixed emotions and feelings, and he started to feel this pressure in his head. And again, even as we're going through the CTT today, if you start feeling like pressure points in and around the body, that's your body communicating to you that these are where these difficult emotions are being stored. So it's an indicator that they're definitely something to do with me. Because a lot of times I hear, well, I'm going through the tapping group and I just don't resonate with these emotions. And you may not resonate with these emotions with your conscious mind, but the conscious mind is not really important when we're dealing with this energy exchange that we're doing with the CTT. So these emotions could be lurking in the soul consciousness. They could be lurking in the subconscious, the solar plexus, the chakra. So anyway, he had this feeling of pressure in his head, and that was an acknowledgement of the body that this is where these difficult emotions are being stored. And then, excuse me, as we're getting through the CTT session, I'm very upset that someone somewhere out there in the universe has all the answers. And that I can tell you that's not Liz Cross, okay? He's not talking about Liz Cross there. He's talking about something in the universe somewhere knows everything. And it just comes so easy to them, right? They don't have to sit here using different techniques and using psychic energy and mediumship energy and channeling this and doing that to get all these answers, right? It's just an all knowing. So then what we got was, what is so special about them and not me? Would we not benefit if we all had the answers? And there was a lot of frustration with the limited access to knowledge, limited access to power, and there was anger there. Anger that this access to the information is so limited, particularly when we're talking about manifesting, right? Because everybody's looking for the magic formula, the magic, maybe saying or the magic prayer or whatever it is. Everybody wants this magic formula for manifesting, and yet nobody seems to know what it is, but somebody out there knows, right? So this is what this basis of frustration was. Okay, now as we got into the session more, we're tapping rounds and everyone is blocked to the all knowing. Everyone. Everyone here on the earth plane is blocked to the all knowing. And even in the spirit world, there's not one spirit that knows the answer to everything. Now, without going into strict detail, I'm sure you all can work this out, but you can't go to one being, one soul, one entity for all the answers about everything. That is an extremely flawed concept because all they're doing is they're like, oh wait, I got to find the answer, and they're just pulling the energy. They don't actually have an emotional investment in whatever it is you're asking them, right? So they're just pulling energy. Well, what is energy? Energy can be thought forms, energy can be conspiracy theories, energy can be a whole range of different things out there. They don't care because, again, they're not emotionally invested. They don't care if the information is right. They're just trying to give you information. This is why when you're trying to grab information out there, you need to go for the experts, right? Which is what we do. I'm not going to ask, a being, a soul that was a flower in the last lifetime, about mathematics. I'm going to go to Turing and Einstein and the mathematicians that are in spirit. Why? Because that was a huge part of their life in the last lifetime that they had. That was huge. And they are emotionally, heavily emotionally invested in that information. So going and asking like a one size fits all sort of representative in the spirit world, that does not work. And that's why the answers are wrong. Okay, so going back into this session, we're tapping into this massive frustration, like I want all the answers with regards to manifesting. And I will not rest until I can access any and all of the information. Okay, so as we're working our way through here, we got very clearly that the reason we are all blocked from most of the information out there, okay, now I have access to some of it, some of it. Do you think about all the information out there floating around in the universe, all the history, all the future, all the mind probes, all the beings? Like I have access to a very small portion of it. I would never be able to access all of it. But with regards to manifesting, the reason you're not allowed to have access to all of this information so you can manifest immediately is because the information energetically is extremely powerful. Okay? Well, what does that mean? It means that with our limited brain capacities and with our limited consciousness expansion, if we were to access all of this information, particularly, the key code, the formula for manifesting, it would damage our brains. Okay? So that's what we got. That's why we're not allowed to have all that. Our brains are very limited. And so what we do is we end up on this manifestation journey and we start unlocking, as we're going through and we're jumping through the hoops and we're finding out more and finding out more and finding out more. right? As we're doing that, we're unlocking that brain capacity just little bits at a time, right? As to preserve the brain. Because if we just did a massive bang super unlock, that is also very damaging to the brain. So I think the frustration that a lot of people feel when they're trying to manifest is this time barrier. Why is it taking so long? Why don't I have access to the information that I need now? And that is why, because you cannot, and I cannot, none of us can handle the level of power that is within this information. So we have to go through this process. Okay, now, that being said, we came up with a tapping script for today, which is, excuse me, it's kind of simple, even though that we had to go through all that just to understand it. Easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to access all of the information I need in order to continue my manifestation process. Okay? Now, in that, we had to expand it a little bit to include, well, because you can't just hit yourself with all this power. So, easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to work on expanding the consciousness or expanding the consciousness and the brain capacity in order to facilitate access to all of the information I need to manifest without causing any damage, whether physical, energetic, or psychological, or any harm to my being in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Very, very important. Because again, you want to expand the consciousness, you want to expand the brain capacity, but you don't want to do it in a way that causes any harm to your brain whatsoever. Now, another thing that has been coming up for all my weed smokers out there, okay, and gummy takers or whatever, right? I am getting more and more and more and more questions in the Ask Liz, the Ask Liz thing, where people have lost their minds through repeated weed smoking and through repeated drug use. Okay. Now, what we know is that, marijuana, for those of you out there, it is extremely potent. It is nothing like what it used to be. Okay? It used to be something that was quite, mild, actually, but over time and through profits, they have bred it and enhanced it and made it more powerful because why? They want to maximize the profit as much as possible. They want you to be addicted. That's very profitable. Don't think that any of these companies that make the video games, that make junk food, that make any sort of addictive substance don't want it to be super duper addictive, cigarettes, vaping, in order so they want you to be an addict. Why? Because you're a customer for life, right? And it's the same with the marijuana trade. Okay, so they're putting stuff on it, they're putting embalming fluid on it, they're putting all kinds of things in order to get people addicted. And what we know from looking into it earlier in the week, last week, is that it promotes schizophrenia, it promotes paranoid thinking. And what it is from what we know about schizophrenia, is that schizophrenia is the splitting of the consciousness, right? So, yes, it can be hereditary. Of course, it can. You can be born where at some point either you're born with your consciousness split, or for whatever reason, going through the lifetime, genetically, your consciousness splits. So you could have three or four variations of consciousness going on attached to the brain. And they're all competing for space to be the main consciousness, just like any type of energy or any type of consciousness. Because again, what we know about consciousness is in its most basic form, it is aware and it wants to expand itself, right? So you have this splitting of the consciousness. Well, as I started looking into this prolonged and extensive and intensive marijuana use, right? As I started looking at that, and what it does is because it's so potent now, the consciousness, regular consciousness, can't seem to handle it, and it causes the consciousness to split, and it keeps splitting, right? It can split multiple times. So, so this is why prolonged use of marijuana, even if you're doing gummies, right? Oh, I don't smoke it. I just take the gummies, edibles, whatever. It still can cause the consciousness to split. And then, of course, because the consciousness is fighting each other, one gets paranoid, another one tells you to do something. It becomes very destructive. Okay. All right. So, what we're going to work on today is this expanding the consciousness and brain capacity in order to facilitate access to all of the information I need to manifest without causing any damage or harm to my being in any way, shape, or form, whether physical, energetic, or psychological. Is everybody okay with that? Because we're still sort of on this manifesting theme, and we're just going to try and help our consciousness, yeah, try and help our consciousness expand so that we can continue our manifesting journey. Okay, somebody says, what about source? I'm not sure what the question is, but anyway, source is all knowing. Yes, that is true. But source, from what we know, is very indifferent. Source sort of takes a back seat after the system has been created. It is just kind of watching everything play out. Source made the rules and Source follows the rules. So if it means that souls are left to their own demise and they're making destructive decisions and things like that, Source pretty much stays out of it. Okay. Now you may have some other souls up there that are advisors, but so far from all of the advisor stuff that I've come across, the advisors do not give good advice, and then you have some souls that are basically, uh they keep ending up with these very strong personalities within the soul family, and when they come up into the spirit world, the strong personality who is there before them says, hey, I've got it all worked out, just sign on the dotted line, right? There's a family that I know of that happens to over and over and over again. And what happens is that they get in the lifetimes and it's a complete and utter nightmare for the family, not for the person, the strong personality person. He's busy up there, he's living a very destructive life to the detriment of everybody else. But because he sounds so convincing, and because these souls are kind of not as strong as he is, they just sign on the dotted line to all the contracts, and then here we go, back down in the tunnel, back down on the earth plane. So that is something, again, for those of you that find yourselves like stuck in these soul families that are not making good decisions, you either have to, you've got to figure out the root cause of that. But even if you can't figure out the root cause, you can do something like easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability for my soul to make really good, conscious decisions that benefit me, right, in a positive way. Now, just quickly before we start, one other question was, excuse me, sorry about my cold. One other question was, well, putting things on the back of a mirror, right? So the question that we got was, well, what if I put everything that I want to manifest, in a list on the back of a mirror before I tap in front of it, before I do the CTT? will that magnify the intention? And the answer is yes, big time. Big time magnifies the intention. So yeah, so you guys, that's just another tidbit there. All right, Mr. Reality, do you want to like do the introduction, how to tap and everything, and then we'll start,
I
please?
can try. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Monday Morning Consciousness Transformation Technique. If you're first time joining us, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Don't interrupt the chat. Please keep yourself muted. You can feel free to ask questions at the end. Embrace yourself in a warm hug and tap bilaterally on your biceps in a cadence of one left, one right, or one left, one right, one left, one right, or 1 2 3. The cadence really doesn't matter. If you can't touch your cross your arms in front of you, you can alternatively just put your hands on top of your knees and tap there. It's also important if you can't move your hands across your knees, you can move your feet up and down as you do this. And negative feelings may come out. It's important to say those feelings. You may feel dizzy. If you're prone to seizures or have had seizures in the past, do not attempt to do CTT. It's not for you. You're going to have to find a different modality.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And once we open, state will close. Very important. We are not responsible for what happens to you if you don't close. If you have to leave, go to the CTT channel, find a closing quick, fast, and in a hurry. Cannot emphasize that enough. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and open. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
an optimum etheric pyramid,
an optimum etheric pyramid,
as well as
as well as
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
an optimum etheric Faraday cage
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
for the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath, if you can, which I can't. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Whew. So glad when my son is home on Saturday. I think all the stress of him being away has like made me sick as well. Not to blame him, but I think it's just worn me down. Okay. The next one is treasures. So let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability to see,
the optimum ability to see,
recognize,
recognize,
use, and enjoy
use, and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
And the last part, which is the responsible or being responsible here with the energy, very important. Okay. It's going to be the optimum activation of all of our spiritual helpers. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine teams
of all of our spiritual helpers and divine team
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately take away any and all negative energy.
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world,
They will immediately transport it into the spirit world,
and they will transmute it into white light positive karma back into the universe.
and they will transmute it into white light positive karma back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Yeah. On Saturday, I looked down at the map on my phone to see where my oldest kid was, and he was riding a bicycle through central London like that was a brilliant idea with no helmet on in the middle of traffic for about 4 hours. Do you think I wasn't having a heart attack? I so was. All right. And suddenly I just didn't feel well after that. No, I wasn't feeling well before that, but I think that just was the icing on the cake. Especially since I used to work for the police and my husband's an ex-cop. And do you know how many cyclists he's peeled off the road? Uh, More dead than alive? Good grief. Okay, so expanding the consciousness and brain capacity. Are you ready, Mr. Reality? I am so ready.
Okay.
You know what? I got a download the other day. And it just popped into my head that the phrase of I love money and money loves me. And I was like, okay, that's unheard of. We have been taught so much that, we don't love money, money's terrible, money's this, money's that. And I said, there's something about that phrase. I mean, that didn't come from me, that came from outside of me. Spirit gave me that. And I then tapped into it and I said, okay, this phrase of I love money and money loves me, what do you want us to know about it? If you say that phrase, I love money and money loves me, especially the money loves me part, okay, it just raises you into that manifesting vibration. So I would be interested if some of you guys tried that out and you let us know how that worked out for you. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum ability
the optimum ability
to expand the consciousness
to expand the consciousness
and our brain capacity
in our brain capacity
in order to facilitate access
in order to facilitate access
to all of the information I need
to all of the information I need
to manifest without causing
to manifest without causing
any damage or harm
any damage or harm
to my being in any way, shape, or form,
to my being in any way, shape, or form,
whether physical, energetic, or psychological.
whether physical, energetic, or psychological.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Very strangely, I got pink clouds. What did you get?
I got sort of like a tornado effect.
Ooh, you got tornado and I got clouds.
There's also like a water spout in the distance, though, coming at you.
And you know what? If anybody has ever seen the clouds before a tornado, they're always a funny color. They're like pink or purple. They're weird. They're like kind of egg shaped. Um, So, pink clouds and tornado. This is going to create a whirlwind. Now, what I am getting is that because this tapping is going to change our vibrational levels quite significantly, it's going to be very disruptive to the internal furniture, right? So, be mindful of that. CTT is not for the weak, I will tell you. Sometimes you have to go through difficult emotions. So, very clearly, we got that this change in energy is going to be quite disruptive. Now, if you find that you are bothered by the disruption, don't forget, surround yourself in white light, do your prayers, ground and protect. But it may cause you to go through some difficult emotions, but you have to purge those out, right? Obviously, not extreme emotions like I want to exit the earth plane. That's not good. And if you do feel like that, you need to, you know, put in positive thoughts, right? So you need to raise your vibration to positive. So you go, there's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum ability to raise my vibration out of this slump, right? And you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you feel better. All right, let's go. If you get something, drop it in the chat. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
This change in our energy and vibration
This change in our energy and vibration
so that we can expand our consciousness and our brain capacity
so that we can expand our consciousness and our brain capacity
may be quite disruptive.
may be quite disruptive.
The disruption acts as a blockage.
The disruption acts as a blockage.
They want to stop us in our tracks.
They want to stop us in our tracks.
They want to keep us down.
They want to keep us down.
They like for us to ask permission in order to manifest
They like for us to ask permission in order to manifest
instead of declaring what we want,
instead of just
declaring what we want
declaring what we want
and making it happen.
and making it happen.
What else?
They want to pull us away
They want to pull us away
and put the wool over our eyes.
and put the wool over our eyes. Yeah. Our bodies are resisting the change.
Our bodies are resisting the change.
It takes a lot of energy to do this work.
It takes a lot of energy to do this work.
We will be powerful if we can manifest anything.
We will be powerful if we can manifest anything.
And that's not in alignment with how this works.
And that's not in alignment with how that works.
Yeah. What else?
I don't want the punishment that I get when I manifest.
I don't want the punishment that I get when I manifest. I can't hold on to my manifestations. They're too powerful.
I cannot hold on to my manifestations. They're too powerful.
When I get them, I don't think that I deserve them.
When I get them, I don't think I deserve them.
I send them away.
I send them away.
I reject them.
I reject them.
I reject compliments.
I reject compliments.
I don't like others feeling good about me.
I don't like others feeling good about me.
It's strange.
It is strange.
How can they feel good about me when I don't feel good about myself?
How can they feel good about me when I do not feel good about myself?
I always think there's something suspicious about compliments.
I always think there's something suspicious about compliments.
That means they want power and control over me.
That means they have power and control over me.
It's the same with manifesting.
It is the same with manifesting.
If the universe gives me my manifest,
If the universe gives me my manifest,
they now have absolute power and control over every aspect of my being.
they now have absolute power and control over every aspect of my being.
Yeah, that was clear as a bell. What else?
I feel like I'm shorting
Mm,
the universe.
I feel like I'm shorting the universe. Yeah. They want our energy for themselves. That was a good one. What else?
Uh,
I become lazy once I manifest something.
I become lazy once I manifest something. I keep getting this feeling of like pushback. So, like, I feel like there's
Ooh.
an equal, there needs to be an equal balance between what I get and what I receive.
Oh, okay. So we believe that we need to have equal balance in what we receive and what we give.
We
Yes.
need to ha
I feel
believe
the
we have equal
universe.
balance in between what we receive and what we did.
Mm-hmm. Everything is backhanded.
Everything is backhanded.
I feel the universe doesn't want me to be enlightened.
I feel that the universe doesn't want me to be enlightened.
With manifestations comes a lot of responsibility.
With manifestation comes a lot of responsibility.
I have to give back more than what I receive.
I have to give back more than what I receive.
I'm not allowed to use money as a tool.
I'm not allowed to use money as a tool.
I should be grateful for the very small amount that they give.
I should be grateful for the very small amount that they give.
Ooh, okay, that made my throat very tight and my ear is burning. Let's close this one down. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and
Excuse me.
ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Ooh, what did you get?
Uh, I got the idea, that trick where you pull the tablecloth off from the table and everything stays on it. I got someone pulling it off and everything fell on the floor. So everything is going to be uprooted if we
Mm,
try to pull out the bottom layer of the tablecloth.
everything. Ooh, okay, it's going to be uprooted. Liz, if you could spell this morning. If we start pulling out the layers. Yes, that is perfect. Now, I got like the burden is too great. Meaning that, and I know a lot of us do this, we just go putting out fires all the time. Okay, we're running, especially if you have like a load of kids, right? So or whatever you do, maybe you're in a really, stressful job as well, or maybe it's like your family, but you literally are running, putting out that fire. Okay, now I'm running over here, putting that fire out. I'm putting this fire out. I'm putting that fire out. Okay, like, I got that so strongly. Like the burden that we carry is so much that we can't even think about expanding consciousness. So if you guys get something, put it in the chat. The burden that we carry is so strong that we cannot expand our consciousness. We can't even we don't have time to grow. We don't have time for our spiritual journey. We don't have time to meditate. We don't have time to think about anything. We literally are running here, there, and everywhere. Okay, let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
Everything is going to be uprooted
Everything is going to be uprooted
if we start pulling out the bottom layers.
if we start pulling out the bottom layer.
The burdens that we carry are far too strong.
The burdens that we carry are far too strong.
We cannot expand our consciousness.
We cannot expand our consciousness.
We have no time to think or feel.
We have no time to think or feel.
We have no time for self-reflection.
We have no time for self-reflection.
We are far too busy just trying to survive.
We are far too busy just trying to survive.
Our survival is getting harder and harder.
Our survival is getting harder and harder.
We cannot cope.
We cannot cope.
We are running out of time.
We're running out of time.
We can't keep up.
We cannot keep up.
Mm. The powers that be are far too strong.
The powers that be are far too strong.
What else?
I don't know all the right steps in order.
Ooh, I don't know all the right steps in order. I cannot get organized.
I cannot get organized.
I am in a big mess.
I'm in a big mess.
Everything is a massive upheaval.
Everything is a massive upheaval.
Shifts in consciousness scare me.
Shifts in consciousness scare me.
Awakenings scare me.
Awakenings scare me.
Mm. What else?
I need to lighten unnecessary burdens to move my manifestations forward.
Oh, I need to lighten unnecessary burdens to move my manifestations forward. I'm too focused on unhealthy agendas.
I'm too focused on unhealthy agendas.
What else?
I don't really have the power.
I don't really have the power. My soul and my subconscious are dragging behind what the conscious mind wants.
My soul and subconscious are dragging behind what the conscious mind wants.
I was already born with everything I need.
I was already born with everything I need.
I feel hopeless.
I have a sense of hopelessness.
I have a sense of hopelessness. Thank you. What else?
I feel like my feet are tied down by cement anchors and I can't raise my vibration.
I feel like my feet are tied down with cement or by cement anchors and I can't raise my vibration. Yeah. I'm too wired for bad habits.
I am too wired for bad habits.
My addictions take priority over everything else in my life.
My addictions take priority over everything in my life.
My ego is too big.
My ego is too big.
I don't know what I want anymore.
I don't know what I want anymore.
My heart has gone dark.
My heart has gone dark.
I have lost faith in humanity.
I have lost faith in humanity.
What else?
I slip into lower vibrations at the time of stress.
I slip into lower vibrations during the times of stress. Yeah.
I don't understand
Any,
my egoic mind.
I don't understand the egoic mind. Yeah. I don't understand how this process works.
I do not understand how this process works.
Mm. Candace has a good one.
My autopilot makes all my decisions.
My autopilot makes all my decisions. Yeah.
I am surrounded and chase chaos.
I'm surrounded in
I'm surrounded by and chase chaos instead of
oh,
manifest.
surrounded by and chase chaos. I'm scared of letting people treat me bad because they get triggered by my growth. Ooh,
I'm afraid and scared of letting people treat me bad because they get triggered by my growth.
there's no duality, no balance.
There is no duality and no balance.
I'm tipping the scales of darkness.
I am tipping the scales of darkness.
None of this matters anymore.
None of this matters anymore.
What else?
I'm afraid of the consequences for my manifestations.
I'm afraid of the consequences of my manifestations. Yeah, of course. Let's close this one down. The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath if you can. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I'm like, I know I took some medicine, like I'm feeling feverish, but I think it's just, I feel really hot. My ear is burning. Yeah, my neck is stiff as well. Yeah, sweating. Okay, it's not just me. I'm like, okay. That's funny. I was like, is my medication wearing off my Theraflu? Not that I'm endorsing anything. That's just what I had to take this morning. Okay, Mr. Reality, what did you get?
I get this idea of trepanning, and I put it in the chat. It's the idea of this ancient surgery where they would bore holes into your head. So I feel like somebody is making drill holes around my forehead.
Ooh, the energy is looking to leave, but not in a positive way. That's what I got for you.
What's the
So the
positive way
energy
for the
is
energy to
trying to
leave?
leave. Mm. Okay, that's good. People are starting to feel the energy. I feel it in my throat. I'm feeling hot. What is the reason for this heat, this hot feeling? Yeah, that's the resistance. So the body is resisting letting go of this negative energy. See, it doesn't, the body conserves energy always. That's what it does. The brain takes the path of least resistance. Whether or not you are like a go-getter in your brain and you don't take the path of least resistance, that's down to your individual consciousness. But the brain and the body, path of least resistance, energy conservation every single time. That's how we're made. Okay, so that is very clear. Like the energy is looking to leave, but it doesn't feel like it's leaving in a positive way. My throat is really tight, and suddenly like my mouth is dry. So what is that? That's resistance as well. But what is the emotion behind or emotions behind this resistance? Afraid to let go. Why are we afraid to let go? Ooh, because the all-knowing can be scary. There's fear in the letting go of the blockages that stand in our way of the not knowing. Wow. All right, let's keep going. I feel it. Yeah, ignorance is bliss. Exactly. Right? It's kind of like maybe we don't want to know. People say that to me all the time. Liz, how do you do what you do? Well, because unbeknownst to me at the time, when I ended up being a dispatcher, which wasn't what I wanted to do at first, I have a law degree, I wanted to be a lawyer. But now I understand it now. Hindsight's a fine thing. I understand that that was my training to do what I do now because you have a job to do and you just do it. You don't think about the emotions, you don't think about the Amy Bradley stuff. You just don't think about it. You just report what you get, right? Which is what a dispatcher does. You report what you get. And so yeah, but there's a lot of fear here that I'm picking up on from the group and maybe those of you listening out there, of maybe I don't need to know. It's safer to not know. I don't want to know what a deep, dark world this is. Maybe I should just, eyes wide shut, right? So yeah, let's keep going. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
The energy is looking to leave.
The energy is looking to leave.
The body is resisting.
The body is resisting.
And this is not a positive goodbye.
And it is not a positive goodbye.
The body is too concerned with the conservation of energy.
The body is too concerned with the conservation of energy.
It does not trust that we will fill in the holes.
It does not trust that we will fill in the holes.
It is afraid to let go.
It is afraid to let go.
The all knowing can be scary.
The all-knowing can be scary.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
We don't want to know what deep, dark secrets the universe has for us.
We do not want to know what deep, dark secrets the universe has for us.
We're just too busy treading water.
We are too busy treading water.
What else?
I do not know where my self-love is.
I do not know where my self-love is. It left a long time ago.
It left a long time ago.
I probably didn't even bring it into this current lifetime.
I probably didn't even bring it into this current lifetime.
I don't know how to retrieve pieces of my soul.
I don't know how to retrieve pieces of my soul.
My heart is broken.
My heart is broken.
I have been let down too many times.
I have been let down too many times.
I have learned my place within the universe,
I've learned my place within the universe.
and it is not something that is powerful.
It is not something that is powerful.
I'm just a minion.
I am just a minion.
What else?
The all-knowing makes everything pointless.
The all-knowing makes everything pointless. I have no drive or motivation.
I have no drive or motivation.
It's frightening to me.
It is frightening to me.
I will have to create a better version of myself.
I will have to create a better version of myself.
And I don't know who that version of me will be.
And I do not know who that version of me will be.
I have worked so hard to accept myself in the here and now.
I've worked so hard to accept myself in the here and now.
I don't want to be anything else.
I do not want to be anything else.
My manifestations will change me.
My manifestations will change me.
What else?
I don't recognize myself in the mirror.
I don't recognize myself in the mirror. What else?
I'm just an energy flowing number.
I'm just an energy flowing number. Yeah, I don't matter. I'm unimportant.
If I manifest and remove all my problems, then what next?
If I manifest and remove all my problems, then what next?
That's putting the
I
horse
have
before the
nothing.
cart, or the cart before the horse.
Sorry, go
Okay.
ahead.
I just said that's putting the horse before the cart. Um,
Yeah, I have nothing to live for.
I have nothing to live for
If all of my dreams come true.
if all of my dreams come true.
What else?
You're just not dreaming big enough, I tell you that. Um, get a bigger island.
I will not be relatable.
I will not be relatable.
I don't want to leave behind the person that I get to be.
I don't want to leave behind the person that I get to be.
I will never forgive myself if this turns out to be a total disaster.
I will never forgive myself if this turns out to be a total disaster.
Once my life changes, it will never go back.
Once my life changes, it will never go back.
I cannot get my old self back.
I cannot get my old self back.
And then I have to find happiness in my new life.
And then I have to find happiness in my new life.
I cannot stand myself.
I cannot stand myself. I will become toxic to others.
I will become toxic to others. Yeah. I'm afraid of losing myself.
I'm afraid of losing myself.
What else?
I don't need to be here anymore if I can create anything from source.
Oh, I don't need to be here anymore if I can create anything from source. Yeah. Why should I have to try so hard?
Why should I have to try so hard?
If I hit all my goals, it will take away my wants.
If I hit all my goals, it will take away my wants.
And I don't know what else I want.
And I don't know what else I want.
What else?
I fear succumbing to the dark side if I can manifest.
Oh, I fear succumbing to the dark side if I can manifest. Yes. I cannot combat external forces that set me back.
I cannot combat external forces that set me back.
I will miss the life lessons if I manifest too easily.
I will miss the life lessons if I manifest too easily.
I cannot accept what is.
I cannot accept what is.
I'm afraid of the unknown and the future.
I'm afraid of the unknown and the future.
Everyone's perceptions will change about who I am.
Everyone's perceptions will change about who I am.
I cannot accept divine timing.
I cannot accept divine timing.
The trauma will be huge when my manifestations come true
The trauma will be huge when my manifestations come through
because trauma and drama always follow me wherever I go.
because trauma and drama always follow me wherever I go.
And chaos.
And chaos.
And stalkers and crazy people. Yeah. All right. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I have pressure on my head. We have not hit the bullseye. Darn it. What
I
did
think it
you
could be that
get?
cold. I don't know. It sounds like the
Oh, it
pressure
could
is
be.
getting to you.
Well, yeah.
Physical, emotional
That's
pressure.
emotional pressure. God. What did you get? Because I just feel like we're not there yet. Does anybody else feel stuck? I do.
I got this sense of like jumping
Yeah.
around the bullseye on a trampoline. Like you can never quite hit it where you want to hit the mark, but it
Oh,
seems to be you keep missing it.
well, that's why you have to take a remote viewing course.
I do.
Um,
I teach that. Yeah, I should do more of those right now. I should do a
that's
session
it.
right after this.
It teaches you how to hit the bullseye, or you're just taking a stab in the dark, right? You can sit there channeling, oh, spirit, great spirit, give me information. They'll say, yeah, you know what? I had some overdue library books before I died. 50 years ago and I always regret never taking them back. What? No, that's not what I'm looking for, right? That's where remote viewing comes into play. It teaches you how to hit the bullseye. Okay. Um,
It's not in my soul contract to manifest successfully. I saw a balloon, we push it, and it dents and
hmm,
pops back out. George, what are we missing?
very interesting. Okay, let me tell you what we got. Funny you said, George, what are we missing? And I was asking him. George says, the great guru in the sky, CTT guru, thank you, George. George says, if we manifest everything we want in this lifetime, there is no reason to come back here ever again.
I'm okay with that.
Well, and that makes us very sad. That's what he said. It's it's like saying goodbye, and we're not ready to say goodbye.
Nah, 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 nah.
Like, we actually, you're so funny. We actually there are things here on the earth plane that we love, like nature and water and, the sound of nature and the people that we love. We don't want to say goodbye.
How
So if
about
we
just manifest
manifest,
immortality?
well, okay, without going into another 20-minute lecture, George tried to do that. It doesn't work. Okay, let's keep going. Poor George. I know, I know. I tried. He's telling me, like I'm telling him, I tried, George. I know you tried, he said. Okay, let's keep going. This is, I think, the bullseye. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
If we manifest everything we want in this lifetime,
If we manifest everything we want in this lifetime,
there is no reason to come here ever again.
there's no reason to come here ever again.
That makes us very sad.
That makes us very sad.
We are not ready to say goodbye.
We're not ready to say goodbye.
We are addicted to the cycle of reincarnation.
We are addicted to this cycle of reincarnation.
We would miss the great forgetting.
We would miss the great forgetting.
We would say goodbye to our loved ones.
We would say goodbye to our loved ones.
And we would never be able to have lifetimes with them ever again.
And we'd never be able to have lifetimes with them ever again.
We would miss the beauty.
We would miss the beauty.
We would miss the sounds,
We would miss the sounds,
the feeling of water,
the feeling of water,
intense feelings here on the earth plane.
intense feelings here on the earth plane.
We would miss the unknowing,
We would miss
the unknowing.
the unknowing.
We kind of like it here.
We kind of like it here.
And we are scared to manifest everything we want
We're scared to manifest everything we want
because we would have to permanently say goodbye
because we'd have to permanently say goodbye
to the earth plane.
to the earth plane.
I felt that leave. Anything else? Yeah, we are like children playing with matches.
We are like children playing with matches.
Uh, we don't get any enjoyment anymore.
We don't get any enjoyment anymore.
Lack teaches us to take pleasure in the smallest things,
Lack teaches us to take pleasure in the smallest things,
and we would miss that.
and we would miss that.
Okay, now bang, that left for sure. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Okay, so now we're freezing. That's funny. Okay, so George, how do we close this down? The optimum ability to what? To manifest wholly, okay, completely, and what else? Wholly, completely, and positively. Whatever we so desire. All right, George. I think that's a that even scares me a little bit, right? As long, let's put it in a positive way. As long as it does not cause any detriment to others around me. Okay, I feel better about that because some people, that just think if we could manifest whatever we wanted to. Think about all those evil people out there. What would they manifest? They would manifest some pretty evil things to happen to other people, right? Which is another reason we can't manifest because if everybody could manifest, you better believe that the dark forces and the people that have very dark elements within themselves would manifest terrible things to happen to other people. So yeah. Okay, then that's how we'll close. All right. Let's close. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
optimum guidance,
optimum guidance,
positive emotional fulfillment,
positive emotional fulfillment,
gratitude,
gratitude,
self-love,
self-love,
self-forgiveness,
self-forgiveness,
excuse me, forgiveness of others,
forgiveness of others,
and the optimum ability
and the optimum ability
to manifest wholly, completely, and positively
to manifest wholly, completely, and positively
whatever we so desire,
whatever we so desire,
as long as the intentions are good
as long as our intentions are good
and it does not cause any detriment
and it does not cause any detriment
to those, I'm sorry, to those others around me. Yeah.
to those others around me.
In all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up,
In all of those wonderful spaces we have just opened up,
that part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
that part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
So hopefully we facilitated some consciousness expansion for you guys this week. So thank you so much, Mr. Reality. Thank you for hosting us here today and controlling everything. And of course, we'll hold for questions. Thank you
All right.
so
Thank you,
much.
everybody. Have a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing you again next week.